Hi friends, today I wanted to talk to you about the complicated memories that pop up after loss. And I had all the reasons in the world to not record this video today. I'm actually recovering from a cold, if you can't hear it. I didn't really have anywhere to escape from my children. Don't worry, my husband's here, he's with them, but they normally follow me everywhere, except for sneaking into my 9-year-old's bedroom. So like this is where we're at. I'm wearing like an old shirt that doesn't apply anymore. It says girl gang, but now I've got a little boy. I'm now also a boy mom. So like all these things in the way where I was wondering if this would be the right time. And the more I thought about it, I realized that I have spent the last couple of years kind of holding back on some topics I really want to cover when it comes to grief, because I have spent the last almost 9 years going through kind of the roller coaster that is loss. With the loss of my first husband, I've had subsequent losses. Since then I've lost my grandfather, both my grandfathers actually. I've had more miscarriages. I've had 3 miscarriages now in my life. So all sorts of things kind of coming to this point, and I have people reach out to me. I wrote a book about my journey with grief, my early journey, and about love after loss. That book is called Made for Brave, and some of you have read it. And so I get messages, sometimes I get people asking me questions, and then, many friends and family who ask, is this normal? Did you experience this? And while I've always known that I wanted to make some videos to help those who are going through loss, I always pictured that they would be put together and fancy and I would have some kind of like plan. But the more I thought about it, I realized that it doesn't matter. If you are going through grief, if you're going through loss, if you're anything like me, you don't care that this room is messy. You don't care that I probably have 10 days worth of dry shampoo in my hair. You probably don't care much about anything other than that you are looking for some healing. You're looking for some hope and possibly looking for some answers. And I know for me, it really helped to have someone come alongside me on my journey who was a couple years ahead and tell me that everything was going to turn out okay. I remember when I was about a year, I think it had been about a year since I had lost Nick. I had a young widow who had lost her husband when she had a young infant like I had. And she had told me, things are going to turn out okay. And I can't say that I necessarily believed her, but I can tell you that it provided me with a smidgen of hope. And I wanted to come in here today because I actually had a friend of mine who recently lost her dad. And one of the first questions or things, I guess, that we talked about after her loss and that we were discussing is she was asking me, which I find is a common question and one that I had as well, asking me if it's normal to feel so overwhelmed by negative memories. She had lost her dad fairly suddenly. At least a lot more sudden than Nick. Nick was sick kind of off and on for 2.5 years with cancer. So I had some time to process what was coming. However, even with that time, and even with, even shorter amounts of time, like she only had a couple of weeks, it's really easy for those 2.5 years of sickness in my case, or 3-4 weeks of sickness in her case, even if you lose someone suddenly, it's really easy for the negative memories to overpower the positive ones. And will you tell me in the comments below if this resonates with you? Will you tell me if this resonates with you when you've had a loss that at the beginning especially, it can feel like all you have are negative memories, or the only thing you can think about when you hear that person's name or you see their face is maybe that horrible phone call you got, or maybe, you know, the last time you saw them. And there's so much hard, right? And even if there's just a little hard, it can feel like it can cover up a lifetime of good memories. And I wanted to pop in here not only to tell you that that is completely normal, but to encourage you that that is not all you will remember forever. Eventually, I promise you, the good memories will outweigh the bad ones. And when you see pictures of your late person who passed on, you will smile again instead of just crying. And even though all the memories from now on will probably be bittersweet, at least, I mean, I can tell you almost 9 years out, still bittersweet. For the most part, you will be able to find joy in those memories and share the good things and really remember those good things too. And so I think that what my plan is, I guess, I don't have like a super concrete plan. I don't have a super, like, I don't have actually, I say super concrete, I don't have a plan other than I want to continue showing up here for the people who are grieving and for the people who are going through hard things. And I don't always talk about heavy stuff. And you guys know this. I've been pretty active on social media now for 11 and a half years, I guess. Maybe even a little bit longer than that, since, you know, before Nick, my late husband, got sick. I was actually posting about entrepreneurship and business. And then everything shifted, right? God had different plans for my life, but I wanted to, share, even though I still share, you know, business tips and things like that, and fun family stuff on Instagram. If you've been following along, you know that I'm remarried now. My young daughter, who lost her dad at 9 months old, is now 9, and she has 3 more siblings because I got remarried. And my second chapter, Jay, has just been such an incredible blessing in our lives. So anyway, my point was, if you want to continue to follow along here, make sure you subscribe. There's like a little bell button on here so that you can get notifications. And if you subscribe and then click the bell button, you will see these videos. And I hope to just have candid conversations, hopefully just like a friend. I'm super goofy most of the time. I don't know, this video feels a little serious. Maybe it's like the nasally sound that makes it sound that way, but normally, you know, I want to just have these candid conversations so that you don't feel alone in whatever stage you're going through in your life, whether it's grief or loss or just generic disappointment. I think so many of us over the course of the last couple years, even just since, you know, the drama of 2020, everybody's experienced some kind of disappointment. So we're going to talk about a couple of those things that I'm going to continue to share here. And then I've also started a Substack, which is a free writing service. It's kind of like a blog. So I'm going to put that link below as well, so that if you're more of someone who likes to read versus watching or listening, you can click on that. So anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. Let me know, and I guess we'll be talking soon in some other random location, I am sure.